Hello, traders. She told me she was going to south, and I was like, when? She's like, when New York open. I said, all right, let's do it. She's like, what? All right, let's just do this review of what we did today in this hour. That was a really good information. I love the discussion. There was a suggestion they said, which we could do later when we get more traders on the call, is doing role plays and kind of dividing the group up and then kind of giving them a case study to walk through. I think that'll be pretty cool to do. We could think about doing something like that next time. And just going through here. All right, well, let's go over some of our feedback that we had from each challenge. Strict profit targets. Platforms usually set high profit targets within a short time frame. Achieving these targets while maintaining consistency can be stressful and changing. That's where your rules come in, and you have to be okay with the outcome. That was your quote, Ms. C. I think that is so power. That is so fire. That is so true. There's so much truth in that. I love it. Relate to it passing tests in school. If we don't study correctly, then we might not do well on the test. So that's very good too. A good takeaway there. Another challenge, drawdown limits. Firms impose strict drawdown limits, both daily and overall. Even a small losing streak can result in failure. And then they suggested to implement strict risk management and track your drawdown. And then I like what you said as well. Revenge trading can be the problem, or ride the euphoria, and then you end up giving all the profits back. So, for you and I as a trader, we see that challenge, we know what we should do, and then we have our thought on what happens in that type of environment. So it's good that we can see all of this and know that we have so much more room to become better, consistently profitable traders. You know what we should do too, Missy? We should weekly eval ourselves. Like when we do our reviews at the end of our sessions, we should rate ourselves and then challenge ourselves for a whole 2 months, that each week, like we sort of do this, whatever it is, and then see, because for today, we see how we feel about each challenge and each solution they offer. But if we don't do anything with it, then we're not getting any better.
Absolutely.
So we should do a weekly eval and make sure we're getting better at each thing. Maybe, you know what? I'll lean on you for that. How's that? I'll lean on you for that, to put that together for us, and we really do it.
You know what? Yeah, I'll dig in my archives because I should already have something, pretty much from an old trading plan, which this will, and it kind of speaks to things of that, and we can input, what we're actually working on, and what our lot sizes should be, our number of trades, what everything, So it'll all, yeah, I have something and I could, tweak it a bit for whatever we would need. But yeah, that sounds good. And then we could present.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to get better, we know these things, then it's good to know it, but then what are you going to do about it? Sort of like reading the Bible, you know the verses, but if you don't do the work, you don't implement it, then you're just you're not a doer.
Yeah, so we could come with our report cards and show and tell.
Yeah, show and tell day. Charlotte, I'm so glad you were able to join us. How are you?
I'm doing good, a little tired. I've been up since 2, coming back from Vegas, but running a little behind, but I'm glad to be here.
Awesome.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. Now I had 5:30 us starting. You s-
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
No, it was me. I was asleep.
Oh, okay. That's okay. That's all right. What we did today for our first meeting here is that we went over just five, in summary, five kind of common challenges that traders face in either staying funded or to get funded, and then the solutions that can be available to us, and then our take on what they had to say about it. So we talked about the first challenge was strict profit targets. The next challenge was drawdown limits. And the next one was psychology pressure. And then over trading. And last, inflexible trading conditions. And then they offered some solutions for each one. It was pretty interesting. What did you think about that, Miss Z?
Oh yeah, I thought it was very interesting and to, just kind of brainstorm it out, as well, because in trading you can hear something, 100 times, and in life as well, but it's when you hear it the 101,
Yeah.
it can sound different, and it can really resonate within your spirit. So yeah, I appreciate the dialogue very much.
Yeah, it was good for me too. And that's what's good about being able to be with a group of traders and then maybe just talking about here are the big roadblocks, and then here are some solutions, and then where do you come into the picture? How do you feel about it? And then doing that weekly helps us be held accountable. So Miss Charlotte, I will provide you the recording to today's session, and then we'll get back on next week and continue our discussion. And I have another great topic that we'll go over. So I think you're really going to enjoy that.